Hey guys, Drew here, back with another video, and in today's video we will be doing my 2026 QMJHL Draft rankings that will be hosted in Halifax, Nova Scotia, home to the Halifax Mooseheads at the Scotiabank Centre. So it's going to be an exciting event overall. We'll see where the regiment draft in this draft. I don't think they're going to be in the top 5, I'm going to be honest with you, in that realm, but they could still get a high pick and maybe grab one of these guys that are in my top 5. I'm going to be going from 5 to 1, listing off these players, and you're probably asking why am I wearing a Nissan Growlers hoodie over like a Regiment hoodie. There are some Nissan Growlers players that could impress some people in this upcoming draft. There's many names that I could list off from the Growlers that could surprise some people. I mean, you look at Easton Jones, for example, last year with the East Coast Blizzard. Didn't go drafted into the Q, but he was the first overall pick in the MHL draft, which is Junior A in Nova Scotia. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what the Newfoundland guys do this upcoming draft, how high they go. There's a few guys that are outside of Newfoundland up in the mainland that are doing some pretty impressive work. So we'll see where they go as well. But let's get started, I guess, with the top 5. And we're going to start with number 5 with Thomas Bovert, whatever you want to call him, from Mount St. Charles U15 AAA squad. He's been doing really well this season, and he's a bit interesting defensively in my opinion, which is why when I list off his stats right now, it's going to be a bit questionable to wonder why he's not higher. In 38 games for Mount St. Charles this year, he's had 35 goals, so he's almost goal per game, 52 assists for 87 points. Absolutely madness stuff from Thomas Bovert. But yeah, my player comparable to him would be Alex DeBrincat, just because Bovert seems to do it all a bit. He seems to have a bit of playmaking to his game, a bit of scoring as well. And he's also cousins with Sasha Bovert, who was a first-round pick by the Chicago Blackhawks not too long ago. So there's a bit of a relation there between the two. But Bovert overall, Thomas that is, has strong hockey IQ, I've noticed from watching a few of his stats. He knows how to get in the areas where the players kind of malfunction their play that they have in mind to do, which leads him into really good spots to find the back of the net and set up some really nice plays, which, I mean, those stats pretty much list off his style of play. But if you could get Bovert at 5, like that could be a really good pick for you. He's a really good offensive-minded forward. When it comes to the defense, he's a bit shaky, but I mean, all young players kind of are when it comes to defense, unless you're a defenseman yourself. But with Bovert, he seems to be a really good player, as I said before, comparable to Alex DeBrincat. But yeah, that's who I have at number 5. Moving on now to number 4, I have the Nova Scotia native himself, Max Bryan from Steel Subaru U18. In 24 games for Steel Subaru this year in U18 Nova Scotia AAA, he's played 24 games, has 14 goals, 22 assists for 36 points. And those are pretty good considering the not QMJHL, Nova Scotia U18 hockey numbers. My player comparable to him is Zack. He'll get points here and there, but he's a big winger. He's not fast, but he's able to be physical and enter the zone and get in those dirty areas where he challenges players more so. Don't be afraid isn't afraid to drop the gloves if he needs to. Just a really overall physical player. I mean, another guy you could kind of say is like Tom Wilson almost with Max Bryan. And if you're looking for a bit of beef on the forward front this upcoming draft, that is the guy to go after, I think, because he's just looking to be a big name in this upcoming draft, representing Nova Scotia. Moving on now to number 3, we got Elliot Foscher from Stansted College, which is also, I believe, Malik L'Italien went to Stansted College last year and got drafted by the Halifax Mooseheads 3rd overall. So a bit of coincidence there, but Foscher has played really good this year. He's been injured most of the year, so we'll see when he comes back. But in 9 games this year for Stansted College, this is the prep team as well, so this isn't like the big team, but in 9 games, he has 3 goals, 14 points, for 14 assists for 17 points. My bad on that one. My comparable to him is Quinn Hughes. He's just an overall great offensive defenseman. I know it's a boring option for an offensive defenseman choice, but Foscher is no doubt that he's the best defenseman in this draft, in my opinion at least. And you look at L'Italien last year, like they aren't really that different. I guess Stansted College is really good at developing offensive defensemen, and Foscher just seems that guy, like to be that guy. So if you're looking for a guy to run your power play on your power play quarterback, I think Foscher is the guy to go for that team if you're drafting high at least. But for Foscher, I think he could be a really intriguing QMJHL player in the near future. Now we move to the top 2, and you guys don't understand how hard it was to pick up these 2, because it's kind of a toss-up between the 2 in my opinion. There's some players that I see rankings where they're like, no, it's this guy, no, it's going to be this guy. In my opinion, there's one guy that's way better than the other. I did think about it for a bit, but in the end, I had a Jacob McKinnon coming at 2, and number 1 we'll talk about in a sec. But Jacob McKinnon this year played for the Seminaire Saint Francois Blizzard of U18 AAA for Quebec. He's also played for the Quebec Ramparts, like junior team, I guess. It's not the actual team, but it's just like a junior U14 thing. Bit of a connection there maybe if McKinnon would like to head to Quebec City and play for the Rampart. My player comparable for him is Kevin Fiala. He's just a really good overall two-way player that's good defensively and good in the offensive zone as well. You'll see it from the stats. They don't wow you too much, but in 29 games he has 20 goals, 15 assists for 35 points. He's one of those types of players that has a high motor. He's fast and physical, not quite like Max Bryan, I would say. Max Bryan's probably the worst version of McKinnon, where McKinnon can just enter the zone and just wow you, like Nason almost a bit like that. But in my opinion, Fiala, the comparable is there. Just the way McKinnon's able to skate around the ice, find his teammates, and play well on the PK as well. So if you're looking for a more so defensive forward on your PK, if you're struggling on your PK this year, I think McKinnon is the guy to go for you guys, depending on how high you draft, of course. But for me, Jacob McKinnon goes at number 2. And then number 1, I mean, last year people were talking about him that this guy is going to be consensus number 1. McKinnon has gave him a bit of a run for his money. But in the end, as of right now, on December 23rd, I have Zack Carbono from the Mount St. Charles U15 AAA team. He's played in many other Mount St. Charles programs this year, but I have him going at number 1. And Carbono overall is an insane player. He's almost like Alexis Joseph in a way. Like, if you could see it, he's big. He's not 6'5" big. He's 6'1", 6'2", I believe. But for a guy that's 15, like, that is really, really good. My player comparable for him is Will Cooley of the New York Rangers. He's big. He can get points. He can drop the gloves as well if he needs to. And just overall on the ice, you know he's out there when he is. This year for U15 Mount St. Charles, in 27 games, he has 35 goals, 22 assists for 58 points. Just absolute domination from him. Not as good as Thomas Bovert though, as Bovert had 87 points, and where Carbono has 58, which is still good for AAA, but you do kind of want it to be a little bit higher. It's a bit of an underwhelming draft year for him, which is one of the main reasons why McKinnon is rising up in the draft stocks. But Carbono, he's a great power forward that uses his strengths and has great vision on and off the ice. And if somebody messes up and doesn't draft him first overall, which right now it looks like it'll be Rune Noranda, the Huskies, that will be drafting first overall. So I'm guessing that that's where Carbono goes for now. But in my opinion, Carbono, just the guy to watch out for this upcoming draft, repping number 14 for Mount St. Charles U15 AAA squad. He's played in many other programs for them. They have like a million, it feels like. He's played in U18 AAA as well, U16, high school hockey, I believe, as well. Like he's the real deal, and that's why I have him at number 1 in the end for my ultimate decision. This will be the last video until Christmas, so I wish you guys all a Merry Christmas. Hope everybody has a safe and happy Merry Christmas as well. Hopefully you get some good Christmas presents, and the World Juniors coming around. I won't be doing recaps this year for that. I did a couple years ago, had a lot of fun, but I just feel like this year the scheduling's a bit off, and the regiment do come back on the 28th of December versus the Halifax Moosehead. So that will be the next video to come out from me, and until then, that's it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you do, you could like this video, you can subscribe if you really liked it. We're on the road to 400 subscribers, so if you can hit that subscribe button down below, I would truly appreciate it. Until then, I'm Drew Nye, the Hockey Guy. That's it for today's video, guys, and I'll talk to you all again soon.